Hey, this is Knife Standards. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video. I was tagged by Lefty EDC in a video that he made a couple days ago, and the prompt for the video is 5 knives that make you happy. So someone else tagged him in their video. He made a video about the 5 knives that make him happy, and then he tagged, I think it was 5 more people, 5, YouTube knife reviewers, YouTube knife people. So then we're supposed to make a video. We're supposed to tag 5 more people and then list and talk about the 5 knives that make us happy. So I'm going to keep it going. We're going to get into it in just a second. We're going to talk about 5 knives that I've pulled out of my collection to talk about, and these 5 knives, trust me, I have many more knives in my collection that make me happy, but these 5 knives, I've kind of narrowed it down to these 5 for this video. Anyway, so shout out to Kev, Lefty EDC, Devo Knives, for including me in the tag and for the shout out. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tag 5 people down below. I'm going to go ahead and tell you who they are in just a second, and then we'll get into the knives that make me happy. So we have Everyday City Carry, and this is in no particular order. Make sure you guys are subscribing and following all these guys. They all have Instagram and YouTube channels and Instagram profiles. So we got Everyday City Carry. He does some awesome content, ASMR unboxings, YouTube shorts, all that good stuff, knife reviews. We have Uncommon EDC. I met him, I think it was the last CCKS. He came by the table and actually picked up an RR Standard. We had messaged a little bit back and forth on Instagram, but it was really great to meet him. So definitely follow him, Uncommon EDC, for knife reviews. Then we have Beard of Doom. I'm sure you guys have seen his content, his reviews, and his beard. He has an extensive Purple Hank collection, but no, he does knife reviews, YouTube videos, Instagram stuff. So make sure you're following Beard of Doom. We got Wayne's Sharp World. Wayne is a super cool guy. He includes a ton of detail in his reviews. He recently did a video on the RR Standard and the RR Station, 2 separate videos, but be sure to check him out. And finally, we have Nocturne Knives. Does some epic sharpening, some crazy edges, mirror edges on a lot of knives. He posts on Instagram. He also has a YouTube channel and makes videos, so check him out. So we got Everyday City Carry, Uncommon EDC, Beard of Doom, Wayne's Sharp World, and Nocturne Knives. All right, so hopefully those guys will also make a video with their 5 knives that make them happy, and we'll keep it going. I have my knives out and ready to go. Of course, you guys can follow me at Knife Standards, Instagram, YouTube, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, we'll get that out of the way. Okay, so we have 5 knives. I wanted to do kind of an honorable mention before we get into the 5, and because this knife has just made me super happy lately. This is, and it's not even really the knife, to be honest, but this is the 15V Spyderco PM2. And what's really made me happy about this is the scales. I mean, these might be my favorite scales ever. I would have to think about that, but I just love not only the texture, but this color is just insane. It's basically every one of my favorite blues all combined together. And whenever I get this knife out or I carry it, especially with this clip, I just stare at the scales and feel the texture, and man, it just makes me happy. So this is kind of an honorable mention, not one of the 5, but damn, these scales definitely make me happy. All right, coming in at number 5, and again, these are in no particular order, but I wanted to do this one first I'm sure you guys already know what's coming, but I wanted to do this one first before we get into the other ones. Of course, the RR Standard. This is my first design. I think this will always be the most special knife in my collection, and this is definitely the knife that makes me the happiest. And when this was in its earliest stages, when I just had the first couple sketches of this knife, I was actually working on the first couple sketches. I had one sketch that was kind of done, but kind of not. And I showed it to my dad, and he encouraged me to make this a reality. And this is always in my pocket. So even when I'm carrying something else, I will always have an RR standard in my pocket, and it will always have a special place in my collection. And, you know, this reminds me of my dad, so you can see his initials there. So it definitely makes me happy. RR standard. There we go. We also have, let's see, what else is next? We have the ProTech Calmigo. This is a knife that I'm sure you guys are like, what the hell is that? I think most people have never heard of this knife, and it's kind of an obscure model from ProTech. They haven't made it in quite a while. It was definitely discontinued, and this is certainly one, if not the rarest Calmigo configuration, one of them. I've never seen anyone else with this particular configuration. It's stainless steel scales, kind of like a brushed stainless steel. I'm pretty sure it's mother of pearl push button. We have kind of a two-tone thing going on, some coating, little safety action. It is an automatic out the side, two-tone on the blade. I'm not sure if this is DLC or Cerakote or whatever it is, but we got a coated blade. Only 50 of these were made, and I've never seen anyone else with one of these. I have quite a few Calmigos. This thing just makes me happy. The action, the look, the fact that no one else has one. I mean, I know other people have them, but as far as, you know, videos on YouTube, I never see anyone post about this particular knife, especially in this configuration. So it's unique, it's special every time I pull this one out. And this definitely has a special place in my collection. And this is one of those ones that I don't really carry. It just kind of hangs out in my collection. If I'm going to carry a Calmigo, I carry I have a few, the blue one or the black one. And yeah, just every time I pull this one out, it just makes me happy. Man, the finish, the aesthetics, the action, the fact that it's unique, and only 50 of these were made, very cool. Definitely makes me happy. All right, so next up, we have kind of a surprise here. We have the Devo Buzz. And this is a knife that kind of stood out to me. Of course, this is Chavez design, and it's produced by Best Tech. And I just like this thing a lot. The action, the aesthetics, super strong detent, really satisfying flick. I don't have any other knives in my collection with this type of top flipper. The acoustics are good. Again, Best Tech produced, so it's super high quality. As far as the actual, the grind, the wire clip, the finish on the titanium, the detent, everything, the action, amazing. Super good. I like it a lot. And, but more importantly, this knife makes me happy because I'm supporting a friend, and I know what it takes to start a knife company, to design a knife, to have it produced, to every little thing that goes into it. I know how hard it is and how much work goes into it. And this is kind of a culmination of Kev's work, of Lefty EDC's work. And I know how hard it is. So if I can do anything to support, a fellow, it's really a small business, to support a fellow knife designer, a fellow small business, and a friend, that definitely makes me happy. And it makes me happy to support someone that supports so many people. So every time I pick this one up, every time I carry it, every time I flick or flip or use that top flipper, which is, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but man, super satisfying. Every time I grab this knife, it makes me happy, not only because it's a damn good knife, but because I am supporting a fellow knife designer and a knife friend. So definitely makes me happy. Let's see, what else do we have? Aha, here's another one. We have the Oz Machine Company Roosevelt. This knife, I've been on the hunt for it seemed like over a year. I forget the exact timeline, but months and months and months, and I would enter the lottos. I refused to pay. a crazy amount on the secondary for this guy. I was like, I'm gonna win the lotto on it. I'm gonna win the lotto every weekend that they had a lotto. I would enter. I never won one time, but a really good friend of mine did win, and he was nice enough to sell this to me for no markup, and I really appreciate that. So this is a special one, and it just makes me happy every time I carry it, every time I flick it. Oh, Jesus. Every time I flick it or flip it. Luckily, I did not get cut. I have thumbs of steel. Every time I flick it or flip it, it makes me happy. The D10 is super crispy. The ergo's all American made, and it's special that my friend won it. I didn't have to pay $1,200 on the secondary, and yes, the prices are coming down lately, but really a satisfying knife to own, and a special story behind it for me. So really glad I was able to get that from my friend. And finally, we have, again, kind of a wild card. We have the Chavez Silver Bullet, and this thing, you can see the D10. The D10 is just stout, it's just sturdy, strong D10. This is a special edition Chavez full size Rendition 229, not the street. The street I'm not a huge fan of, but the full size is just awesome. This is peak Chavez. I mean, this is, you can see the action is crazy. These are super hard to get. I think they only come out maybe once a year, if that. We have, instead of the belt satin, you have a horizontal hand satin. Got the orange peel finish on the scales, which I think just sets this knife off, just looks amazing, especially on the skull clip. The action is crazy, the ergos are good. It's just a beefy knife. Again, peak Chavez. Every time I pick this guy up, it makes me happy. This is what a Chavez should be. I do not care for the flipper Chavezes at all. It doesn't do anything for me. To me, this is the Chavez, the kind of ideal, what a Chavez should be. And every time I pick it up or I carry it, I just think, yeah, that's right. And it makes me happy. So anyway, I don't make this video too long. Those were my 5. Again, let me tell you who I'm tagging, just so you guys know. Again, we got Everyday City Carry. We got Uncommon EDC. We got Beard of Doom, Wayne's Sharp World, and Nocturne Knives. And I'm going to go over the knives just real quick again. Honorable mention, these Aramis scales are just insane. Love that color blue. We have the Chavez Silver Bullet, the full-size 229 Rendition. Just the best configuration on a Chavez. The best size for a Chavez, the best configuration. Love it. We have the Oz Machine Company Roosevelt, a special lotto win by my friend. I got to get it straight from him, which is awesome, and I'm really happy to have one of these in my collection. Definitely a special place in my collection, and very happy to have purchased that directly from my friend. We have the Devo Buzz from Kev from Lefty EDC. Not only an awesome knife, fun knife to open and close and to carry and to play with and to fidget with, but it really makes me happy. I'm happy to support a friend and a fellow knife designer, knife company, and makes me happy to support someone who supports so many people and has supported me and my designs. So this definitely makes me happy to not only have it in my collection, but to carry it, use it, and to have fun with it, and to fidget with it. And no, I'm not gonna super glue it, but it is just quite the fun knife to have in my collection. Definitely makes me happy. And then of course, finally, the RR Standard, really special knife in my collection. Makes me very happy that I have this, and that it's dedicated to my dad. So there we have it. Spyderco PM2 Aramis scales, Chavez Silver Bullet, Devo Knives Buzz, Oz Roosevelt, and the knife standards are our standard. Thank you guys for watching. And again, hopefully the people that I've tagged make the same type of video, 5 knives that make them happy, and be sure to follow and subscribe to them. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Knife Standards. I'll catch you later.